Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been wanting to do for a little while. If you don't know, I did draw my life not too long ago, and I mentioned in there that I had a book full of documents that kind of pretty much showed you the proof, or just kind of basically the rest of my draw my life. And this is the book, and I put all the papers in here. I'm sure there's a lot a lot of more, but this is all that I have. So I'm gonna just kind of run through it real quick. I don't want this video to be too long, but I am going to be doing some of those things. So if you don't, well, most people don't know this, but before I got adopted, my name was Brand. My last name was Brand. My Brittany Danielle Brand. And then I got adopted and it changed to Cornwell, and that was horrible. Okay, so it has all my medical history, all the problems that I've been into. This was from, it actually has the date. This was December 9th, 1998, and I guess I had lice. Oh yeah, I was given a prescription for lice. Yeah, I kind of think it's kind of neat. I mean, it's also sad to know all these things happen to me, but yeah, kind of. And then still broken out. Did you need to see? I'm not quite sure what that is. So I'm just gonna kind of, it's gonna be kind of bits and pieces here and there. I'm just gonna read off little things, and stuff like that. Like there is a buttload of papers. All these, I may break it into 2 videos because I'm already at 2 minutes and I haven't even really gotten started. Okay, so I'm just gonna read from here. Brittany is at the right on target for her height and weight and development, according to her pediatrician. She has come a long way since entering grandmother's home almost 4 years ago. At that time, Brittany was talking about her birth father and the mean things he had done to her. And he was putting dolls on top of each other. After several years of counseling with Dr. Linda Ainson and being in a safe home, Brittany has not spoken of her birth father or the sexual abuse since the first time she came to relative's home. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I had a phone call, so I had to take that. Okay, Brittany has not spoken to her birth father, what else did I say, since she came to her relative's home. She no longer plays with her dolls in a sexual way. Apparently, I played with my dolls in a sexual way. I don't remember this, though. Brittany did begin to have problems in school. I had ADHD. Just so you know, I'm not making this up. You can kind of look at it real quick. Previously, Amber and Brittany received counseling from Dr. Eason, E-A-S-O-N, I'm not sure how to say that, after the grandmother and the agency learned September of 1998 that both girls had been sexually molested by their birth father. The birth father and mother denied the sexual abuse, but admitted that the birth father took baths with the children. Even birth parents saw nothing wrong with this. Dr. Lisa Aladris, the children's pediatrician, examined the girls at the time and found that there was physical evidence of sexual abuse in both girls. Hymens were abnormal. 3-year-old Brittany was very unusual behavior. Brittany stated that her birth father had pinched her breast and touched her. And I'm going to stop there. I don't need to go too much into that. The birth father was subsequently convicted of 3 counts of child molestation and sexual battery. He was also suspected of having sexually molested other children, including the twin children of a former girlfriend. Dr. Linda Eanson was previously released Amber and her sister Brittany from counseling in August of 2001, according to the maternal grandmother, as Brittany's ADHD symptoms were preventing her from functioning successfully in school. I was prescribed Concerta. Medical history. I was born at West Georgia Medical Center. I was born in LaGrange, Georgia. I used to never know that. Like, I was always like, I don't know. People ask me, so where were you born? I'd be like, in Georgia. Like, I don't know exactly where. Brittany was healthy, full-term baby. I was 7 pounds. Wow. I had brain surgery at Eagleson Children's Hospital when I was 5 months old. So I was 5 months old when I had the brain surgery. She had fallen off the bed, resulting in a blood clot at the backside of her brain. I didn't fall off the bed. After returning home with birth parents, she went to physical therapy for 2 months to make sure she was moving her left hand and right hand properly. The brain was functioning normally. She received her therapy at Children's Hospital, according to her maternal grandmother. As to how Brittany fell, the maternal grandmother said that the birth parents did not really know. The birth family was living in one-room apartment. At the time, Brittany rolled off the bed. Why does it say I rolled off the bed? I don't understand. The doctor at Eagleson questioned the birth parents over and over again. The agency also investigated the circumstances surrounding how and when Brittany was injured. The maternal grandmother believes that the birth father might have pinched her onto the bed too hard. How do you pinch her onto the bed too hard, resulting in her rolling over the bed? Brittany's scar is almost completely faded away now. It is located at the back of her head, according... Wait, what? It was almost complete. It's located on the back of her head. Brittany was dismissed from Eagleson Children's Hospital after 2 follow-up visits, according to maternal grandmother. Several years later, at the age of 3 or 4, Brittany got stiff and her eyes went back in her head, where she was living with her birth parents, according to the maternal grandmother. After the ambulance arrived, EMT said that Brittany was fine. I guess I was having a seizure. Brittany received immunizations. I don't know. from both Troup County Health Department and her pediatrician since birth. Yada yada yada. In 1998, Brittany was brought to see Dr. Aladris for sexual abuse exam. Acting out. I was acting out. Developmental. I feel like I can't speak today. History. Brittany has reported to be healthy, full-term baby. A lot of this is just repeating a bunch of it. Can you guys even see that? Huh. Brittany started talking about 9 months old and walking at 12 months old. She was weaned off the bottle at approximately 1 to 1.5 years old. Brittany was potty trained sometime around 1 year old. She was easy to potty train, according to her maternal grandmother. Brittany was diagnosed with ADHD. Placement history. This is the what's it called? Foster care. Brittany and Amber entered agency custody the first time September 5th, 1997 due to parental neglect. The birth parents were homeless and were living in their car with the children. 2-year-old Brittany and 11-month-old Amber were placed with their maternal grandmother during the first few weeks. Subsequently, the birth parents obtained a place to live, and an initial family assessment was completed by the agency. On September 23rd, 1997, the agency turned the children to their birth parents by the authority of local juvenile court. Almost a year later, Brittany and Amber, now 3 and 23 months old, respectively, were placed with their maternal grandmother August 20th, 1998, by their birth parents, who had been arrested on charges. So before we were even sexually abused, we were neglected. So they were in trouble even before the sexual abuse even came up about. While this was intended to be temporary voluntary placement initially, the sisters ended up never leaving the maternal grandparents' home and have remained here for the past 4 years up to the present. Brittany and Amber have already stayed with their grandparents frequently in the past. Additionally, the grandmother said she usually saw the girls every day and often helped with the birth parents when they were having financial problems. Brittany and Amber adjusted very well to their grandmother and stepfather's home. At first, both girls were having nightmares. Brittany was talking about her birth father had sexually molested her and was acting sexually with her dolls. On September 10, 1998, sexual abuse of Brittany and Amber were confirmed by positive medical exams. Temporary custody was extended with the maternal grandmother again the next year. However, March 13, 2001, the juvenile court decided to transfer legal custody to the girls to the agency, with physical custody of the children remaining with their grandmother on the purposes of permanency planning. Also, birth mother continued to have unstable housing and was not able to properly care for the children. The birth mother was also harassing the grandmother and the other relatives about who had her children. We had chronic severe neglect. It literally just makes me want to cry because I don't understand how anybody can do this to their kids. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Birth family history. The birth mother was born August 12, 1976. She is only child of 2 parents. I don't even want to read about them. I mean, I've looked at these before, but when you actually sit down and like you really read all the details, it's ridiculous. In July of 1999, the birth father submitted a sex offender evaluation, and his clinical profile was found to match that of molesters and rapists. The birth father was also minimized the seriousness of the charges. He minimized them like it was nothing. He refused to complete all the testing and left in the midst of the birth mothers begging him to stay, and then becoming very upset and crying. Over a year later, the birth father pled guilty to negotiated plea to sexual abusing Brittany and 2 other children that were his children, and was convicted of 3 to 4 counts. The first count was not prosecuted for child molestation and sexual battery on October 18th, 1999, and is currently incarcerated. He initially served out the 12 months, and worked camp, but rearrested for violating his 10-year probation sentence due to a subsequent arrest for DUI, no insurance, and being arrears in his child support payments. Oh, so he didn't pay child support. And is now reportedly serving his full term of 10 years for the child molestation charges. Well, he's out now. He's been out. 13 minutes, wow. Basically goes on to say, they claimed us on our tax returns even though we were not theirs to claim. The court found that the birth mother had failed to unwillingly to protect her children, and the birth father was a sexual predator. In the meantime, the birth mother still could not work her case plan to regain custody of the children. Look at that. Can you guys see this? I don't think you can. It's blurry. But these actually have dates on it. This is from 2003. You guys see that? July 18th, 2003, 4:46 p.m. Right there. It's kind of hot. Let me push that back. Okay. So basically, my birth parents were low-life sexual abusers and neglectors. Couldn't take care of their children. Brittany may need to return to counseling in the future to continue to deal with past issues of sexual abuse, abandonment, and neglect. Well, I definitely could use counseling because there's just too much. We were placed with Andrew and Susan. Oh, no. These were the people who abused us as well. Some of these are messed up. These are doctor's notes. I can't read the handwriting. Just a bunch of doctor's notes and stuff. I had the flu event before. Lots of ear infections. I think that's why my son has ear infections. Nausea, drainage, nasal draining. I guess I was sick too. They had trouble paying their bills, which, you know, some people do have trouble, but when you get involved like this and your stuff is on paper, documents, you messed up real bad. A lot of this I can't read. This request for birth records. My name used to be Brittany Danielle Brand. My sister's name was Amber Michelle, and my other sister was Jennifer Lee Lynn Brand. And our other sister, Brianna, she wasn't born yet. Gayla Lynn Brand. You have to be kidding me. Is my middle name really the same name as her middle name as hers? I know you guys can't really tell, but I'm just showing you guys it's real. It's, you know, this stuff really did happen. It just boggles me. A lot of it's medical records. This is when I was right here. This is the adoption agreement between Bethany Christian Services. I think it's funny that we got adopted by Christian Services, but we were not in a very Christian-like family. Yeah, sure, they went to church, but I mean, I guess I can't blame them all. They didn't know that their husband, son-in-law was a pedophile. Just boggles me. These are just documents and violations of rights, and basically where you initial and sign and all that stuff you do. Oh, this is how much I guess they get paid. For children 0 to 3 years old, you get paid $150. For 4 to 6, $200. 7 and older, $250. This helps with clothing and food. So you get paid to foster. You have to meet certain requirements, but oh, this even goes back to, wow, Harris County School System. So I went to New Mountain Hill Elementary at one point. My grades was an 81, a 71, and an 85. Reading was an 81, language arts 71, math 85. Wow, math was my highest grade. Change of resistance. Oh, this is withdrawing. I was withdrawing from this school. I wonder why. Probably going to another place. So, oh wow, these are my grades. Danielle, I was with the Evans. This is the Evans family that I mentioned in my Draw My Life video. Wow, it has their address. So I'm going to cover up their address for their purpose. But it has my grades, the school I went to. Wow. You know what, I always wondered, like, what would happen if I, contacted them and just to see if they remember me, I mean, I bet they wouldn't want to see me though. I mean, they didn't adopt us for a reason, so maybe if they did, my life wouldn't have been so shitty. This is when I had my head surgery. My left perineal hematoma. There we go. I had a hematoma. I'm sorry this video's kind of gotten long, but if you want to get to know me, this is why I am who I am, I guess. Wow, this was my child health evaluation when I was between 16 and 36 months. I was 1 year and 8 months. We lived in a trailer park. I don't know what all this means. All these documents and lab results. Pretty much almost, nope, I thought I was almost done, but I still got a buttload more. So, really heartbreaking, you know. Hi, baby. Are you awake? You okay? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. I'm going to make a part 2 and go through all the rest of these. And yeah, because it's already 25 minutes and I don't want it to be too long. So, I guess I just hope you realize that, you know, I'm genuine and I'm not making up stories and stuff like that, I guess. Because, I know YouTube or people are big about, you know, I guess saying people are making up stories and stuff like that. But, yeah. So, anyways, I wish I could say, I hope you enjoyed this video, but it's kind of like, you know, sad, you know, but whatever. So, bye guys.